know in the comments. Getting the stream up here so I can actually track what people are saying. Alright, today we're going to check out Doki Doki Literature Club. As you can see, it's bubbly, it's bright, it's pink, it's adorable. But apparently it's one of the most fucked up games I released this year, so I have not watched anything for this game. But it has multiple warnings saying it has disturbing content, and it's not suitable for children. Totally against what it looks like, of course. This game is supposed to be very subversive, so that's cool. We're gonna see why. I haven't played it all yet. Am I supposed to be one of the Doki Doki girls? I'm just gonna be me. Whatever. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase me after like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Haha. I think I'll just do the reading for my character specifically. I will have a very dry throat by the end of this. Oh, I missed my lines. Oops. So I'm gonna do my lines. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. I did. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the streets together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. Hello, Vatzel. I haven't been looking either. Did I? Oh, I missed my line again, I'm sorry. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Neat. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm playing as a young girl or just her guy friend. I have no idea. Didn't really specify, but whatever. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. If you're just tuning in, this is Doki Doki Literature Club. I promise it's a horror game. I promise. We're gonna find out why. I have not played it before, so it's gonna be a fresh experience for all of us. If you're in the chat, feel free to talk. Let's talk about the game. I'm gonna be reading my lines for my character, and not the other lines for everyone else. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Hello, Aaron. Yeah, this is the first time I play it too. No, what? Sayori. There's no way I'm going to your club. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Why do you care so much anyway? Oh, she's setting me up to make her own self look good. See that? Selfish. Selfish, Sayori. Very selfish. Excuse me, I'm taking a sip of water. Don't make promises if you can't keep. No. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop for a cupcake, okay? And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of a school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Oh, good. Okay, I figured it out. I'm a boy. I am a boy. Cool. Alexia, I can't click the translate on Facebook, so I don't know what you're saying. But thank you for joining. Super Terrifico. Yeah, apparently it's good. Apparently this game's really good. It's also free. So we're gonna keep going through it. I am a boy in the story, so it won't be weird that my voice is coming through and, you know, ruining the story or plot. I'm just their very, nasally and deep-voiced friend who's tired. But it's gonna fit the context now. It works. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Sorry. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back to the other girls. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Yeah, get them cupcakes. That's why I'm here. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. By the way, for anyone watching, let me know how the audio balance is. I feel like the game's booming in my ears, so I don't know if I'm actually speaking above the audio well. Okay. Natsuki and Yuri walked over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, a tray in hand. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Aw. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oh, sorry about that. Hold on. There we go. If you're watching, talk in the comments. This is gonna be a weird ride. I'm gonna try to finish this. I don't know how long it is, but we'll play. Thank you for the comment on the audio, Loki. Appreciate it. Hopefully my faux acting is manageable for this. I feel like it'd be pretty boring if I didn't speak. There's really no audio to listen to other than the music, so I'm gonna read my character. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika I follow. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? I thought you technically did. Sayori said... Uh-oh, someone's a little tsundere. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? I guess. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Sedary alert. Matthew, apparently this is one of the most disturbing visual novels that released this year, so we're in for something weird. I have no idea. All I know, Destiny did the coverage for this game. It's gotten raving reviews. It's also free. This is the first time I played through it, so we're gonna see how weird this gets together. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayuri. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayuri seemed really happy here, so... Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the other major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't any more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. Theories on how this gets really fucked up? I'm guessing this is not really a literature club, or maybe it is a literature club, but they're, reading the Satanic Bible or something, or some eldritch cult shit. Who knows what they're reading? It should be fun though. Hopefully, I hope they're not the bad guys. They seem like nice young girls. I hope they're not reading the Necronomicon. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of new members joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. It could be a yandere murder cult, yeah. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking about seeing Yuri's sad smile. After seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Need to save. Alright, that was quick. Deep psychological elements usually immerse her, huh? Me too. Hopefully that's not a sign of why things go crazy. It probably is. Oh, here we go. We've got the word horror dropped. It has dropped. What's gonna happen now? Oh, I read a horror book. I read a horror book once. I desperately grabbed something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with the rock. Surreal horror. Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Give me 1 second so I can actually share this, that I'm streaming this. It didn't do it so well. Alright, that's all good. Oh, they're fighting. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. Natsuki, you write your own poems? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? Natsuki averts her eyes. Ah, not a very confident writer yet? If you're watching this, feel free to share the Facebook stream. That'd be really appreciated, so we get some more people in here to experience whatever the hell is going to happen. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I boldly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Uh-oh, I'm upset. Uh-oh. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. You all... I am defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Thanks, I guess. Monika looks over me once more. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed at the school for clubs. Sure, might as well. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Time to write a poem. Pick words you think that your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Ooh. I'm gonna say poof. And... unrestrained. And... ooh, pain, yes. Hello, Shay Cat, what up? We're playing a really weird visual novel that's supposed to be scary. We're gonna find out how. Ooh, pain. Melancholy. Depression. Candy. Sensation. Crimson. Horror. But also kisses. Giggles. I don't know what Doki Doki means. Boop. Vivid. Patty, look up the game. It's apparently one of the best surprise horror games this year. Surprisingly, and we're gonna find out why. If you want to stay tuned, we'll eventually get to that and see why it's considered a very, very disturbing video game. It's also free. Have not played it before. Ooh, Fester. Is Fester a good word? But I gotta balance it out, so I'm gonna go with, Ooh, Cheeks are fun. Cheeks! And... No, that's a little too on the nose. Ooh, Lust. Puppy! But also... Passion? No, fuck cats. I'm kidding. Oh, Chocolate, of course. I'm always gonna go for Chocolate. Chocolate and... Kawaii! Well, it seems to be a positive thing, yeah. Apparently, I mean, your point, I see that you didn't mean what I thought, but there seem to be a strange counter culture within the horror community where they see something anime styled and they think that can't be horror. And I'm like, are you serious? Have you heard of Corpse Party? Have you not read any of Junji Ito's manga? Like, what is it about the art style that makes you think it can't be horror? I don't understand those people. But most of those people seem to be relegated to our Steam curators group, because every time we curate something with anime visuals, we're like, this doesn't make any sense. But I guess it is a Steam discussion board, so critical thinking is not the top thing going on there. But I'm gonna take a sip of water and then I'll continue on. Oh, Tokyo Ghoul, yeah. In fact, I would love to play more horror visual novels. I would absolutely love to play more of them. I have a few on my Vita, but not as much as I'd like. Okay, let's continue. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Yeah, Junji Ito. Hopefully, my acting isn't tragic. Hold on, my phone's dying here, and I want to keep... Yeah, I want to keep looking at the chat. Okay. We actually will have a review up for Shiver soon. Unless that's a different Shiver. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. When did I clean her room? Get out of here. I'm not... Don't give me those jobs. What the heck's that about? Okay, I was checking the chat here. Sorry about that little pause. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. And you almost set your house on fire once. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Me? What is it? I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so a nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she'd think I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, that's cool, you're working on a horror visual novel. Nice, you should send us a code via our email. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Alejandra, you say I'm only watching this because I can't even think how this cute-looking novel will be terrifying? Yeah, apparently it is. Like I said when I first started, I have not played this before, so I am going to be just as surprised when the horror kicks in as you guys. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. You don't go back to flip through the older volumes every now and then? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. It doesn't... I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? Definitely not a coincidence. Glad you guys are sticking with me through this. I don't know how long this is, but keep going. I'm generally interested in seeing how this goes. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all of the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh god, she looks like she's 5 now. We read on the floor for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? Even though you're just watching me read? If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Hmm? You don't? What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Sorry? Hey, manga's great. What are you talking about? Good stories are good stories. Thank you, Patty. I'm having fun doing the voice. I feel like it's working alright. This might be the best voice acting I've ever done. I'll be in Doki Doki Literature Club too. Tell a developer. I know these kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Wait, which part? What? Your dad will freak out if you find manga? Alright, relax now. We got the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're all cool about comics. It's fine. Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Maybe. At least you're enjoying yourself, right? Yeah. I flip through the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone, but if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that, and being unable to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Huh? Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She just hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it over to Natsuki. Yeah, but Monica just said... Huh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this. I like that philosophy. Don't bend comic books. I cannot stand when anyone grabs any of my books and bends the pages. No, I'm very anal about that. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I cannot believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I did the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, seeing as how I spent, well, I did bond with Natsuki, but Sayori is a longtime friend, so... I wonder. I think I'll just show it to Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Oh, well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Well, we'll see about that. Oh, this is my poem? Okay. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you've missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. No, this is hers. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I am not mad. I want breakfast. Sayuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? This is a harem route guy's nightmare, I guess so. He's going real deep just to get into a possible harem situation, although his motives do not seem, they're not dirty at all. He just wants to hang out with some pretty girls. And he's stuck in this situation because it's awkward. There's no really naughty motivations yet. I don't think the game's going there. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It just came out nice. How should I put it? It sounds just like you. Yeah. Especially the last line. Even though you were late to school? Well, I guess there's no point arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Yeah. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki. First, okay. Natsuki rereads my poem. Then what's the point of me sharing in the first place? I wrote this, then I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. I'm pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she liked my poem. Uh-oh. Hold on, I was gonna make sure the stream's still up because the app decided to close the video. 1 second. Don't know why. Hopefully the stream is still up. Okay, the stream is still up. This app is useless, Jesus. 1 second, let me make sure the chat's up. Okay, I see it. Weird. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Okay. I feel like I did the best poem, even though I just selected random words. I like it. I am. I missed one of my lines. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, I understand. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Before I click this button, if you're watching the video, share this stream with your friends. Just hit that share button and let's get some more people in here. I'll share with Monica. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'm afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Really? Jeez. If you say so. Maybe a long time ago? I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Deep. Good one, Monica. That's a good one. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. I'm sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. We're going to do some Def Jam poetry right now. What was the inspiration behind this one? An epiphany. Who should I show my poem to next? Oh, Yuri is the only option. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. It's fine, don't force yourself. Yeah. Why do you ask? So it's that bad. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. Or, what were you saying? Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Biased? How? It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. That is true of me. This character is legit me. I don't read script often, and I usually stammer on script because sometimes some people's script is too obscure. But I read that pretty clearly, so I'm surprised. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. I don't know. Let me save. It's been a while. Are you into Ghost Yuri? Really? I must have totally missed the point. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. Alright, so we shared our poems, now what? Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. She's definitely the grumpy one. Would have asked someone who actually liked it. Yeah, once again, share the stream if you can. Let's get the numbers up. Let's show off what this game is all about. You can just click the share button directly to your timelines. I'm honestly surprised we're getting so many viewers right now. This game does not look like something you'd see on this channel, but the content will change. We'll see. Oh god, they're gonna use me to, diffuse this argument. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Uh-oh. Yuri stands up as well. Oh no! Oh, shit! Damn, Yuri! Please stop this fight. Oh. That's actually pretty funny. Her boobs magically grew. Suddenly, both girls turned toward me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Uh... Uh... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Help me, Sayori. Natsuki... So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? There we go, diffuse it, expert. Oh boy. One of them's just gonna stab the other, and that's how this is gonna start. Oh my god, this is getting dirty. I have no idea where this game is going. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they've always were. Big and beautiful. See, why can't guys be that comfortable with each other and just say, yo, bro, that booty's big and beautiful. It's gotten better. Keep going with those squats. Sayuri stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayuri is vice president, I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. That makes the two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier, you know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. That's... It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, I don't know what's happened next. Oh, I gotta make a new poem. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go with, Journey. Boop. Pure hurt. Existence. Ooh, the after image. Sadness. The infinite. The agonizing. Joy. Lollipop. And the uncanny. Death. Essence. Wrath. Bunny. And philosophy. But the uncontrollable. Oops, I messed that one up. And again, let's go with the horror. Oh, depression, there you go. That's my aesthetic. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Yo, Sayuri. Looks like you're in good mood today. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you into a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. No thanks. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayuri? What? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayuri nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Oh, she was setting me up! Trying to make me buy her some snacks. I knew it! I can see right through you, Sayuri. It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all of your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I did notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Hey, don't get in my wallet. Buy your own snacks. Don't let her fool you. Sayuri knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayuri. Whap! Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayuri in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ooh, a cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayuri glances around. Retribution. Sayuri hugs the cookie. Jesus, eat it! Sayuri rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Sayuri suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Chocolate cookies, best cookies. Theory gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arm around her. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Hey Steven, if you're joining and complaining about commentary, maybe don't watch the video with commentary. I am playing the game and reading my own lines. This is roleplay. Where's Monika? Yeah, I haven't either. Suddenly the door swings open. Ah, there you are. Thank you, Patty. I'm doing my VO. It's roleplay. Go to YouTube if you want a commentary-less Let's Play. I mean, there are probably hundreds of thousands. Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Monika looks at me. That sounds cool. I've almost forgotten this is a horror game because I don't know where it's going yet. I'd also look forward to it. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure on you or anything like that. No worries, Steven. Let's see. In that case, best of luck. Now, if I read every single person's lines, I could see that being really annoying, because that's gonna be a mess of audio. No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seemed to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. That's the book you gave me, right? I want... no, never mind. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Oops. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Human experiment prison. I don't know what this game is gonna do! The anticipation is killing me. When does it get scary? Is this on PS4? No, but it's free on PC, and any PC could run this. It's a very simple visual novel. Pick it up on Steam. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark. turn came out of nowhere. Yuri instantly giggles all of a sudden. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. That's... I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Ha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. I open the book and start the prologue. Yes, it is, Patty. It's free! It's completely free! I think it just released out of nowhere, and no one knew what it was until they started playing it, and they said, wait, disturbing? What? And then it really just subverted all those expectations and traumatized people. I soon understand that what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Ha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a little silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also second guesses all the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see in your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. Yuri remains silent for a moment. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I meant more that it's kind of cute. Ooh. Awkward. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. I'll show Natsuki my poem first. Really? That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I guess that's one way to look at it. Uh... Amy likes spiders. That's a funny poem name. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, and ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. That's pretty funny. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. No, of course not. Do you know people like that? Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. Show Sayori. Huh? You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. Sayori, you must be seriously overacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. And again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part about the whole thing. Yeah, maybe? Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Yeah, right. Well, you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, whatever. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Sayuri, that's unexpectedly poetic. Alright, let's read Sayuri's poem. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all of my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to taste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels like a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. And night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locker fort door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them up from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. That's a little depressing. Holy crap. Sagiri, did you really write this? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be really proud of it. Gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Maybe that's why? You did a good job explaining. I really want to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Used to what? It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. Do you really think that? Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Oh, we got some more script. Alright. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well, aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phases and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotion onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Alright. I was expecting that to go somewhere a little darker. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. Yeah, if you take it at face value, then I can't figure out what it's supposed to mean. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. Don't worry, I have no reason to. We got a consistently good amount of viewers. Thank you guys for watching and sticking in. For this, I'm assuming I'm gonna play to the end, but I have no idea how long this is supposed to be. But pretty interested in seeing where it goes, so let's continue. Alright, I guess. I wouldn't count on that. Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, blue, green. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Load me. What? Okay. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing that I've never really seen before, I guess. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. I'm gonna save my game because she said that. I'm afraid that means something. How many more poems are we gonna share? Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Yeah. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. It looks like Natsuki doesn't have an argument left. Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the... Oops, I skipped too fast. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that I didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. Sayori. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheering like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she says she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. Good job, Sayori. What does that even mean? That's mean. It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Yeah, maybe. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she still seems a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. Yeah, no problem. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? Oh, whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? No wonder. Sayori fumbles with her own words. Huh? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Jeez. I already seen her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure it out sometimes. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Oh, thank you. I have been told by, Jeremy Blaustein, who was the voice director for Silent Hill 2, 3, and 4, and Metal Gear Solid 1, that my voice is fairly, I guess soothing. I think he used Maleficent? No. Mellifluous. I can't even say it. A synonym for good voice. Mellifluous, I think that's what it was. Heartbeat. The uncanny. Melody. Nah, Fester's too strong of a word. Scars is good. I'm gonna make basically an Evanescence song. Kiss. Anxiety. Happiness. Misfortune. Together. Journey. Alone. Shame. Unending. Defeat. Disoriented. Grief. Fear. Broken. I am Amy Lee. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Sound a bit like Sayuri all of a sudden. I personally love squid. Squid's very tasty. Takoyaki's my jam. Mon Ika. Eh? That joke makes no sense in translation. Where is Sayuri anyway? Sayuri is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at something. I walk over to her. Hey Sayuri. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Huh? Is everything alright? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Sayuri shows me a big smile. Oh, alright. Say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayuri before turning back toward everyone else, but the conversation had already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she noticed anything about Sayuri recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk. Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayuri recently? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Monica peers across the room at Sayuri, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Yeah, but she's never really liked this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. You sure about that? She seemed a little... She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? Oh. B? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Huh? What? No way. Sayuri is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. Not any different now that it's always been. Hmm. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayuri is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayuri and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. And I know Sayuri told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh down on me so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her. Relax, you didn't even do anything. Alone with my thoughts. How are you even able to tell I was thinking like that? In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Yeah, she seems a little out of it today. When I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. But I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Huh? It's not that I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayuri and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. Oh man, my voice is getting dry. My throat. My voice is hardening, I guess. Get some water. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? Well, I guess that was the case. I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Yeah, I should be take I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. Making eye contact with Monica as she smiles at me. I wonder what she's talking about, Sayuri. Let's try to get Sayuri to speak up. It's nice. Oh, okay. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Oh god. She thinks I'm into someone else, huh? Huh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Well, of course I am. Sayuri, is there something wrong? Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. If you insist. Sayuri? Before I can say anything, Sayuri cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. Is Sayuri gonna go nuts? I'm hoping that it's not like a case of her going crazy. I'd feel really sad. I'll share it with, Yuri. We just talked recently, so... Yeah, definitely. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid of this whole thing would be a chore. But it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. It's been really fun getting to know everyone and their writing. And I guess doing some writing myself. Well, you know, oh, sorry, read her line. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Yuri thinks for a good minute. Huh? For me to be, Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. Overthinking? Yuri. Okay. Do you want to share your poem now? Alright, let's read our poem. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. Easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foaming tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Let's share with Monica. Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Is that so? Well, we may be good friends, but Sayuri and I are actually really different. Hmm. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Yeah, it's totally unexpected. Alright. The Lady Who Knew Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victims of the current of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist, but when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall, and I fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless, but a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up against the wind, a gust of wind. I see. I never really put much thought into it. You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. You mean one-dimensional? Hmm. See what Natsuki has to say. Alright. You think so? Theory has a type all of a sudden? I call me Fluffy. That was a little necessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she probably would just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Oh, so angry right now. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years, but today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap. In a way you thought had left you long ago, let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand, wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful. When you press your lips to mine, I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap. In a way you thought you had left long ago, but if you let me be by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. How nice. Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn. Natsuki, you need to chill out. Catchphrase. Stagnating air is common for shattering that something terrible is about to happen. Uh-oh. In your books, maybe? Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today. I didn't want to force it. That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people? What did she say? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. The one who is truly useless. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they gonna respond to a suggestion like that? Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. Why are they fighting over me? Of course. Everyone looks straight at me. I'm gonna hang out with Sayori. He's my buddy. I mean, if it's gonna be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors and... Oh. No, no! Uh... I do like baking. But Natsuki's so grumpy. Hmm... I like baking. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad. I don't think that really counts. Me? I guess you could say I'm interested in to see how it turned out. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not... Hmm. Well, I might not... Well, it might not just be that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help. Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Natsuki goes over and puts her hand down on Yuri's shoulders. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monoko and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this, because Sayori always helped everyone smile and feel good about themselves. Yeah. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Huh? Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number. Wait, you're coming to my house? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, it would be going to your house. Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. Alright, fine by me. Oh? Didn't you say you were just gonna give me dirty work? Wait, really? Alright, I get it. I'm sorry for reacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. What is going on here? Can't believe this. Natsuki's gonna be coming over to my house on Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots to the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If we just go with it, then I'll have a good time. It's already Sunday. Oh, for everyone watching, give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna use the bathroom, and then I'll continue. Okay, I'm back. I hope this doesn't go all hard candy. I don't think my character has any fucked up intentions like that. But she could be a crazy little girl, but I'm thinking it's going to be Sayori. I mean, something's up with her. She seems a little concerned, and I don't know. I'm hoping it's not going to a trope where she's like a crazy, like she's obsessed with my character, and she just goes nuts for no reason. But we'll see. I also got myself a little bit of coffee to wake myself up, because I've been reading for quite a while. Alright, to resume, I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll actually act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We send each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turns into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emojis and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a bit of a habit simply entering each other's houses like we are family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in the room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Okay, she's okay. It was getting a little tense there and a little freaky. I thought she could be like on the floor, like fucking dismembered. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals that and wall decorations that she's had for years. Once again, if you're watching the video on Facebook while it's live, please click that share button. Let's get some new people in here. I'm gonna resume now. That's because I ended up cleaning it for you. Yeah, but wait, how'd you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monika today? Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki then. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just want to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. Huh? Sayori? I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something's happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? Oh. Oh, this game got dark. In a sad, sad way. Hello, Elaine. Yes, my first time playing through it. So I'm experiencing it all fresh. Oh, now it's about depression? This is gonna hit hard. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayuri? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you, even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit hard to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you have to do is tell me. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayuri. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. Tears streak down Sayuri's face. It's getting a lot more psychologically sad and depressing and emotional than I was expecting. I was thinking just I don't know if this is gonna go gory or what. Don't tell me if you already played it in the comments. I want it to be a surprise, but yeah, this is definitely hitting in a much deeper place than I thought. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayuri's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Sayuri, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. Please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sayuri isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayuri's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. Sayuri barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. It's gonna be fun, right? How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. Alright, I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at home and anxiously await Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let her know she's outside the front door. To let me know. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. So, hey, I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that's probably full of baking supplies. Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Huh! This is ridiculously heavy. I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimated you. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki, I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little bit more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are some tons of guys who are into body types like yours. Just trust me on this one. Hey! Well, what's that to me? Man, let's just get started already. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled liquids, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all of the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Nice kitchen. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? You're asking me. I don't really have a preference, so... I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki's trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes, and Sayori and Monica delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I'll use the food coloring then. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. Well, yeah, it just takes a little longer. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. You're icing, huh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all of her might. The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in return. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Aha! Stop! Hey, I can actually see what I look like now. I have hands. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. Okay, here we go. That's getting a little flirty. Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? There you go, you can't bake with somebody you can be attracted to. Otherwise, the passion of batter inspires flirting. Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in there, dummy. Oh, I'm reading her lines. I'm getting delirious. Well, they're around the same age, so not necessarily a hard candy situation yet. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another movement, the fire alarm stops. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. Ah, that smells so good. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. I do like baking personally, for real, like outside of the fake video game anime world. Baking is quite nice. I made some pumpkin chocolate chip cookies last month. Pretty good. Nice and fudgy. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I am appreciating the reservation that the game has before going all-out horror. I still don't know when it's coming. But so far has been a perfectly fine, oh, I'm joining a club and hanging out with all these girls and I'm gonna bake now video game. It's been interesting regardless of what I know is coming. I guess we'll find out. I probably wouldn't play many moe visual novels though. They seem like they probably get very similar. If that's the right term, moe visual novel, I don't know. Or just general dating sim visual novel, I don't know. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make it more literature themed by writing different words on each of the cupcakes. It'd be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. Hmm? Aha! Maybe I'm getting it from you. Come on. I'm not at school school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Natsuki's voice trails off. Huh? Did you say something? Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags. Yeah, there is some potentially manic depression. We see a character with depression. It was kind of really sad to see. But I don't know where it's going. Right now, it's really just general flirtatious visual novel. We'll see how it goes. Maybe something happens at the event. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Haha. Sayori is the exact opposite in that regard. If she were here, we'd probably be down to 10 cupcakes already, and she would still eat dinner. Her dad sounds like an asshole. Oh, already? That's a shame. Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. Feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I ever take the opportunity to get close to her like I wanted? Wait, Natsuki, what you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that's possible. I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere. Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Ooh, low-res image. Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki! Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes filled my vision along with her slightly parted lips. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's getting there. My head starts going dizzy as I feel her soft... Oh, God! What? What? It's getting lewd! Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Huh? Oh. Oh, man! I got busted! Sayori? Just now we weren't... It's okay. Oh, no. Got busted. She started hitting on me. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. See what? What are you talking about? Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. Sayori, don't say that. I think I know where this is going. It's gonna be really mean and sad. Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori? What I said before, it's true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. What are you scared of, Sayori? Sayori. That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? You still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know that what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. Oh, come on! Come on! Alright, we're gonna do an alternate save, though. God, oh man, what do? I gotta make a big old decision here. That's just putting her in a certain area. She might feel really sad about that. I wonder, what should I do, chat? Which one should I choose? Someone recommend. Gotta figure this out. What am I choosing here? The chat is gonna decide. Kiel says don't friend zone her. Patty says you love her. That's 2 votes for love. 2 votes for love. 10 more seconds and then I'm choosing. 3 votes for love. Alright. 3 votes for love it is. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you were truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Aww. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Yeah, I can actually see my character now. Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. Sayori? It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Sayori and I slowly release each other. Yeah, we got all votes for love. No one said to friend zone her. Quote unquote friend zone, yeah. Yeah, this is the cutest game we've ever streamed. I'm still waiting for the horror to kick in too, but it's like I said before, this has still so far been engaging and interesting enough without the impending disturbing things that are gonna happen, so they say. So I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Huh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking two trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Oh, sorry, I missed that part. They must be the one she's prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. Yeah, she overslept again, that dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I still remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? How do you know that? Exchange. Monica, you know about that? But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so. Huh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this would definitely help people take the club more seriously. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh, shit. Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. Get out of my head, get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It's just, it just stops moving. Shit. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a hit in my stomach. Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna get Sayori, so I quickly leave the classroom. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. Uh-oh. It's going down, guys. It's going down. Take a little save just in case. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, or at least help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayuri, she really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayuri's room, I knock on her door. Sayuri, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayuri. Oh. Oh boy. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I knew what was best and everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it was for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts kept telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it's always been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival, I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough, and now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never. Ever. 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 Fuck. Is that really the end? Oh, wait, no. Oh, what the Oh god. Things are breaking up. Uh... I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and a good friend since we were children. That was a little sad, yeah. I did feel sad reading that. No, it's not over. It's not a false end. It's continuing now. That was sad. That was sad dialogue. Let's see what happens now. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've never known each other for so long. Used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently around, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let blah 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 catch up to me. 。 It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst. Being surrounded by couples and friends, groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I've always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I packed up my things, I stared blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Monica? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me is so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Yeah, you quit? In that case, what club did you decide to join? Hey Andy, I guess you're really bad at this, because Zarga just told you how it actually works. And no, you're not supposed to read it. I do know that, it's pretty obvious I'm supposed to choose the corrupted option. I got it. Chill out, man. This is all new content, so this is the way to go. I'll figure out what happens if with the other end. Actually, I'm starting a new one. Uh-oh. Monica, what? I don't trust her. What did she do? Monica's a monster. Also, no spoilers. I'm gonna get through this. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? She's trying to erase her out of existence. What are you? Vile succubus. Well, I can see that. Wait, really? Did Monica say she? I mean, I guess so, but... Sure, I guess I could check it out. It's nothing, really. I don't know what's going on, but she's trying to erase her out of existence. I timidly... Oh. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Where's Sayuri? Club is full of incredibly cute girls. Wow. No, I'm not. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. Oops, sorry, I'm reading her lines again. Yuri, who appeared comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the chest. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. I'm surprised there aren't any more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Ah, I guess. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Well, I consider how little I've read these past few years. I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, I can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Yeah. Oh, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Natsuki, you write your own poems? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them with me sometime? Natsuki averts her eyes. Not very confident writer yet? I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Let's go home and... Hold on, there's still one problem. Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seemed pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yeah, it could be fun, right? Thanks, I guess. Monica looks over at me once more. Yeah, can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the ghosts continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. What's going on now, though? Where is she? Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? A dream. I was staying over at a friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere. And there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. Uh... Let's jump through this. Comfort. Atone. Daydream. Whisper. Hope. Journey. Pain. Imagination. Memories. Time. Oh. Okay. No, don't worry, this might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. What the fuck was that? I'm gonna watch the stream back because I missed it. I wasn't looking at her face. What the hell was that? Something happened. Damn it, I missed it. Because I was looking at the text. Oh god! Oh Jesus, I saw it. You're in front of it. Get out of the way! Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monika and Manga. Triply defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Well, I can't really say no to either. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Oh no, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. So we're retreading the timeline here, a little faster though. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. At the same time, I'd feel bad for distracting her from reading. I got you catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seemed to be on the first few pages. Crap, I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. That's the book you gave me, right? Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, I see. Something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Oh. That's kind of... That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. But because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway, then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Oh boy. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Oh, I didn't even click that one. That's... I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? What were you saying? Let me just get the book. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip this into the seat next to Yuri's. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Oh. Aha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. I feel like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after flips it aside. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Huh? Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glanced over at Yuri's face once again and our eyes meet. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page for me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her at her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a bit. Really? I was just thinking that the way she second guesses things, she says and all that. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Here, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. It is pretty creepy, Pasta. My throat's starting to hurt, but I'm gonna try to keep going a little bit longer. Your breathing is a little... Yuri puts her hands on her chest as to feel her heartbeat. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? No, nothing! Alright, if you say so. Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted her to know I'm putting in effort. How long is it? Oh, I've been streaming for nearly 3 hours, holy shit. Yeah. I've been streaming for 3 hours? My god. It's roughly 4 hours. Yeah, I'll probably call it quits in a few minutes and then continue later. I won't play until I stream it again. If you missed the stream, I'll put it on YouTube after this. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. You've been here the whole time, awesome, thank you. Whew, it's been long. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. I hand Monaco my poem. Easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Okay. Suddenly the door opens. I'm pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. I swallow my fears. I brandish my pen. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. What was the inspiration behind this one? Epiphany. Oops. Huh? Oh! Her eyes just popped out of her head. Oh, beautiful. What? Harsh? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Mitsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh, what? I guess this counts as save game too. Interesting. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Oh, what was that? Yuri first covers her mouth and then ends up covering her whole face. Huh? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone as she sounds like an expert. Biased? How? Fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing for herself, to me, or to Natsuki. You might read your poem now? Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny after all. Isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight, to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing airs, the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. Oh, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Also, I like the poem, even though it's short. It was really descriptive. No, not at all. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Really? I must have totally missed the point. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Yes, of course. Oh, me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Natsuki dismissively turns the poem to the desk with one hand. Alright, so I've been streaming for over 3 hours. I think I'm going to save here and continue at a later point. Thank you everyone for watching this impromptu 3-hour stream. Didn't expect that, but Doki Doki Literature Club has been gripping. Currently it's on Steam for free. It's completely free, not even timed. It's just free, that's just what it is. So I will return, I don't know if it'll be today or tomorrow, but I will finish this on stream. Of course, if you haven't already, follow the Facebook page. You can follow me on Twitter at CJMelendez_, and if you feel so inclined, you can support our website by going to patreon.com/relyonhorror and giving us as little as $1 a month, which is nothing, a soda can a month in value, to unlock some exclusive goodies and also support this website, which is full of passionate writers, and we're all independent. We don't have a major company backing us, so we appreciate all the support we can get. Sorry, my throat's killing me. I will continue on stream though, so just stay tuned on the page and you'll see it. So thank you guys again for watching. I'll resume again later. See you soon.